Hello, everyone. Welcome back to AI Creative Gems. So, today we're going to look at flow state. So, if you've ever felt stuck trying to come up with the perfect prompt for Leonardo AI, this is going to completely change your workflow. It's called flow state, and honestly, it's one of the most powerful features Leonardo has ever released. Instead of staring at a blank prompt box trying to figure out exactly what to say, flow state guides you through the creative process visually. You get to explore different styles, different lighting, different compositions, all without needing to be a prompt engineering expert. It's like having a creative assistant that helps you discover exactly what you're looking for. So let me show you how this works. To find flow state, you can just click on this little box right here on the home screen, or it's also over here in the left sidebar. So here is what you are looking at. On the left side, you've got your creative controls. So these are the things that are going to shape how your image looks. You've got vibe, that's the overall aesthetic or style. You've got lighting, how the image is lit, shot type, which is the composition or perspective, and color theme, which is obviously the color palette that is going to be shown in the images. On the right side, this is where your images are going to show up as you generate them. The beautiful part is you don't have to fill in every single one of these fields. You can use as many or as few as you want. The rest you can leave on randomize and let Leonardo surprise you. So let's create our first image. I'm going to start really simple, and I'm just going to type in a basic concept, something like a beautiful woman standing in a magical forest surrounded by futuristic creatures. So that's it. I'm not going to add any style descriptors or lighting information, just the core idea. So now let me click on Vibe and show you what we are working with. So you can see all these different aesthetic options. We've got anime, color sketch, street photo, cinematic, architectural. There's a whole bunch of them. So I'm going to scroll through these and I'm going to pick surreal. So next, let me click on lighting. Again, you're going to see a bunch of options. We've got mystical, low-key, golden hour, neon, soft, dramatic. I'm going to go with mystical because I want that atmospheric, dramatic feel. Now for shot type. This controls how the subject is framed. So I can see options like cinematic, epic, close-up, wide shot. I'm going to choose cinematic because I want that movie-like composition. And finally, the color theme. I can either leave this on randomize and let Leonardo pick, or I can choose something specific. So I am going to scroll down and pick iridescent. I can also adjust the aspect ratio if I want. I'll stick with 16:9 for now. I'm going to leave prompt enhance turned on because it helps Leonardo understand what I'm asking for. And I'll keep this generation on private mode. So look at this, it's happening almost instantly. I'm getting a whole series of images. And if I scroll down, I keep scrolling and it just keeps generating more. So this is really powerful. You get this massive canvas of options to choose from. So now I'm going to find one that I really, really like. I think this one looks pretty cool. So click on that. So here's the thing, it looks really good, but it's not super high resolution right now. And that's actually how Leonardo is able to generate so many images so quickly. But it's okay because we can fix that. And that's where we get to upscaling your image. When you find an image that you want to keep, you can click on Save and Upscale, which is this button right here. So let me click Upscale and we'll just watch what that does. Okay, so let's have a look. So this is the original image, and now let's look at the upscaled version. So as you can see, the same picture, just the details are a lot more crisp and clear. It's a beautiful picture. and much better when it's upscaled. Okay, so this other cool little thing that you can do is when you see a style that you like, you can actually click on the image. So this one looks pretty cool. There's very futuristic creatures there. So you can actually click this button here, which is more like this. Click that. And what this does is it takes that image, analyzes what made it work, and generates more images in that exact style. So now I'm getting variations that are all very similar to the one I liked. And if I find one I like even better, I can click more like this again. So it just drills deeper into that exact style that you like. So I'm going to click on this one. This is where, you can really go down the rabbit hole, because each time you click more like this, you're drilling deeper and you're getting closer to exactly what you want. So you can go 2 levels deep, 3 levels deep, sometimes even 4 levels deep. Each time the images get more refined. So let me find another one that I like. This one here. So now I'm going to upscale it. So let's click on Save and Upscale. This time I'm going to put it on Creative and Balanced, and then I'm going to upscale. So here's a little pro tip with upscaling as well. If you want even more resolution than just that first setting, you can actually upscale the image a second time. So all you need to do is go to your library, find the image, and upscale it again. So now let me show you something else. We're going to use the same prompt, and this time we're going to try a different vibe. So I'm going to go with acrylic. If I just leave everything else on randomize, and hit generate, you're going to get a really, really diverse range of images. So, that's even better. That's actually better than the last settings I had it on. So some really, really beautiful images coming up here. So that's exactly my point. It's all about trial and error and just playing around with some settings. So another cool thing about flow state is when you hover over any of the images, you can see the exact phrases that we used to create it. So if I just hover over this one, it tells me the vibe was acrylic, lighting luminous, and the color theme electric. So now let's recap this complete workflow from start to finish. So first you generate in flow state using the visual controls. Then you can explore by scrolling through results and using them more like this to refine. Then you can select your favorite image, upscale once to increase resolution and detail. Then review the quality. If you need even more resolution, you can upscale again. And finally, you download your final image. So the whole thing takes maybe 10 to 15 minutes and you end up with professional quality results. So why is flow state such a game changer? Let me break it down. First, you don't need to be a prompt engineering expert. The visual interface guides you through the entire process. You get massive variety, so you get dozens of options instantly and you can keep scrolling for more. It's a learning tool. You discover effective phrases and combinations that you can use in other modes. And it's all about exploration. The more like this feature lets you drill down and refine until you find exactly what you want. And it's fast. The whole process from concept to final image takes just minutes. And it teaches you valuable skills along the way. Whether you're brand new to Leonardo and intimidated by prompts, or you're an experienced creator looking for a faster workflow, flow state really delivers. So here's what I want you to go do. Give it a try. Start with a simple concept. Explore the different vibes, lighting, and color options. Drill down when you find something you like and upscale your favorites. And most importantly, have fun experimenting. Once you've experienced this tool, you're going to understand why it's a game changer and it's going to change how you work with Leonardo. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.